Okay, we got a few people in from out of town today, so we figured we got Angela, hey, look at that. We even got a couple employees standing around. Well, I mean, that's normal. I'm just kidding. Anyway, so from we got one from England, and then we got one from Georgia, and then we got some Californians right over here, just close Ontario. Anyway, got a cool little ball python clutch, and I figured I would play around. So check it out, you guys. We're gonna pull this little clutch of eggs. Whoa! What the heck? There's snakes everywhere. Oh yeah, these are what we're gonna hatch. Anyway. By the way, pythons typically have eggs, but this one had a couple live babies too. Don't worry, don't start hating on me. I'm just kidding. This couple baby balls that we hatched this year. You guys are always asking for update videos, and so I thought I would cheat and show you guys a few of the babies. That mom's a little grumpy. So we got a 5-egg clutch, and we're gonna tour around the shop a little bit and check out some update snake stuff in this video. And so we might as well start right here, right now. Look at that. So what do we got here? This is a head albino. Man, that really does look like it works with the albinism. Yeah. This is basically a head albino spider, and it's all. I don't know why the banana and albino seem to almost work together, because it really looks different, and they're really pretty neat. People have kind of avoided it, figured it was a waste. But I'm kind of thinking it's like working instantly. So there you go, guys. And possibly the gene works together. It's either a het albino or it's somehow they're working together. And our anaconda had babies. Woohoo! We've been waiting for those so long I almost gave up on it. So yeah, little anaconda worms. So here's the only bummer about anacondas. Oh wow, they bite a lot. But look at that. They're really pretty. They're really neat. See, you can see the umbilical cords. See the umbilical cords? Now that's what live babies come out. These literally came out of the mom yesterday. And they're pretty cool. So we got some yellow anacondas, and got yellow anacondas just born. We got all kinds of stuff. So I'm gonna take those 5 eggs there. So we got this here. This here is the butter. This is like got a whole bunch of things, right?
It's a butter Mojave, and it's possibly
like 5 or 8 genes. Yeah. This snake's got a dad that proved out to have 9 genes in it, and we don't know how many of the genes landed in it. We're gonna try to take a black light on it and see if we can get something cool to happen. But it's a really cool looking little snake. And this here is this is actually the sibling to that, and this one's showing, we don't even know how many genes, but it's a Mojave. Look at the mom's thinking, what are you doing a show above me? I'm gonna bite you. Those are my eggs over there. This one has Mojave in it for sure. What do you think it's got in it for sure? Ancient leopard, Mojave, and pinstripe. So anyway, pretty cool. It's got a really cool tail. Came out really nice. So there's all kinds of. Now what is this?
So that is a pastel Woma Enchi.
Oh, that's why it's so weird looking. So pastel Woma Enchi, and then let's see here. We're gonna put these 5 eggs away now that I'm got chewed on. But that was kind of fun checking out all those little anacondas. The cool part about it is so what do we? This here is gonna be something special too, right? What do we? Now JT's been working on breeding the ball pythons this year, and we're doing really good. We got a lot of cool babies so far. Obviously, you guys know that. I'm gonna slide that over just a little bit. That female's kind of heavy on that end. And what do we breed her to?
That 9 gene male.
So that's bred to the 9 gene male. So we should have bananas, everything coming from there. And so we're pretty excited. Those are real snake eggs.
And we're gonna have some female bananas.
Are they stuck together?
Maybe.
Hopefully.
This time we don't want females. We want nothing but males. Don't jinx us. It's a female. They see the females. Now, funny thing with bananas that about 95 or 98% of them are born males. But if you have a female, then you get a normal amount of females. And the funny part about it is we got a female from a male recently. But this one we actually want it to be the other way, because if we can get a 10 gene male would be pretty cool. And that would have the ability to have 10 genes, right?
Yeah, that's the max they can have.
Yeah, so this female could have a 10 gene baby, which would be pretty incredible. The banana with 9 extra genes on top of it would be pretty neat. So we're gonna go ahead and give all these back to him, and I'm gonna go ahead and take everybody, and we're gonna go do a little back room tour. So she's in the middle of feeding everybody, so all these guys are eating, and sometimes people ask, why are they such small container? Well, it's real simple. Baby snakes get really scared when they're in the open. It's actually big snakes. Even our big snakes in a big cage out front on display, sometimes we have to rotate them because they won't even eat because they're just too nervous about what's going on, things outside, and they can see too much. So snakes typically hide 80% of their life, probably higher than that. And so these snakes live in these smaller enclosures because they eat. That makes them eat well. If you ever have a baby snake that won't eat, just put it in a smaller enclosure with less visibility. What most people end up doing is taking a cage that they that they need this giant cage, and they put this little tiny hide spot in it. And every pet store will sell them to you, and the snake will live underneath there 90% of its life, and everybody will wonder, well, you don't even have a snake. So I don't really like hiding spots. I just make their enclosure comfortable and you know, a little bit more confined so that the snake feels more comfortable and eat better. So all those guys are eating right now. Why are the pretty ones always grumpy?
They're like models.
Look, that thing doesn't even look real. I mean, I've been making snakes a long time, and that snake is like something I couldn't even fantasize making. And that it's a motley sun platy titanium super tiger. And it's just really got cool colors. Yellow and whitish, and got the tan stripe down its light tan, and kind of a weird silvery blue eyes. And we have 2 of them, but this one's better looking than the other one. So pretty cool looking anyway. This isn't one I'm gonna hand around because she's just like, I don't know.
Look at it yawn.
Oh,
that ain't a yawn.
I know, but still.
Andrew, I don't trust you anymore.
No, you know what I mean, Brandon.
warning.
Shut
It's
up.
funny, it's because most of these snakes I'll hold, but like, see how it's hanging on to my hand? It's like, it's just not it's just a weird snake. It's just,
Why do they do that, like, after they eat and stuff? Does it just help them swallow?
what's that?
Like, after they eat, they, like, open their mouth like
Usually after they swallow, they just got to get their jaw
Yeah.
put back in place.
Okay.
They don't really latch. People
Yeah,
think that they unlatch, you just have a divider in the middle.
Yeah.
And the middle isn't connected, so all it is, it just turns into a bucket. The skin stretches between. So this is a really, really, really rare snake. This is a Sunfire Motley Phantom, and it's, I don't know if this one's the first one in the world or not, but I say that only because might have a different one. I don't think anybody's ever made one. I'm sure they haven't. So we're the only ones that made them, but they're really pretty, and it's really rare.
Sick.
We made the first Motley Phantom het albinos, and this is off of that. So, but very pretty snake. Got great coloration. Got cool pattern, and they're getting better and better. They were born kind of normal looking. This is actually a really cool snake here. This is a tiger anthrax. It's really pretty. Let's see. This is a cool snake. I hear the air suck out.
What is that?
Last time I pulled it out, everybody said that. This is actually, it's funny, is this is in a video, my Living the Dream Night video I haven't put up yet. And I missed the, and so I was telling everybody, oh, when I pulled it out, you know, because the room was full of people, and I pulled it out, it was just like, and I was like, dang, why weren't we filming, you know? Because that's always my idea of, I know I got the right look and everything. But this snake isn't supposed to look like this. It's a freak. It's a one-of-a-kind snake. It's basically a sun platy titanium motley, and it ended up it's basically a brindle, is what you call it. Was when albinism's trying to sneak out and show itself. So it's got like albinism mixed into the snake, randomly scattered. It's it's type of a paradox kind of in a way, and it's really cool. But it's not a paradox. What I call a paradox. A paradox is technically an albino, which is albinism means typically in reptiles is missing the black pigment, and paradox is when it's an albino and it's got black pigment all over it.
That's awesome.
Scattered, but it's all
that makes sense.
Yes, this is actually a snake that's caught in between an albino and a non-albino. So it has patches of albinism and has patches that are not albino. So
I see what you mean by like how it's like it looks like a paradox, but it's not quite a paradox.
it's not really a paradox at
Yeah.
all, because it is a.
It's like the opposite. It's like instead of having black, it has yellow.
Right.
Like the albinism.
Right, which is still a paradox technically,
Really?
because the word paradox means, you know,
Yeah.
odd, aberrant, you know, like something that isn't supposed to happen.
Yeah.
And this
That's
is
beautiful.
this is just the
awesome.
reverse of it. We named it Camo. I'd say that. I would
That's
say the name
awesome.
Camo is pretty dang good for this snake, because that looks about as camouflage as a camo. That looks like a camouflage truck or something. You know, the pattern's all. So it's pretty cool. Man, bummer. This one's in shed. This snake's really.
That's the one I was talking about.
This
Right?
doesn't even look like a reticulated python.
Wow.
And it's in
It's
shed,
pretty
so it
crazy,
might be
right?
in shed, you know? Like, that's amazing.
It's like olive color. It's really weird coloration, and I think I have a sibling that's similar. So this is actually an albino of it, and it's got, instead of being that color, it's got that cast over to that yellowish weird cast, and it's got a yellow head, and it's a super motley phantom,
Awesome.
and I'm sure the same deal, only ones in the world, both those snakes, really cool.
That's
Alright.
crazy.
Look at that one, dude. That's awesome. That one hold. That's sick.
Oh my
That
gosh.
I would love to hold.
This is a you know, very rare snake. We've the only ones that have made this. This is actually a tiger or a clown of a genetic stripe anthrax, and it's really pretty snake. I actually like them better without the tiger, to be honest. I think somewhere I have
Could it
one
be
without
both?
tiger.
Tiger and
It has tiger, genetic stripe, and anthrax all in the same snake.
Yeah.
So it's combined all those genes together.
Yeah, this is awesome. Push your head right there. You go.
So we think. See, we're still not positive because they're the world's first. When
Yeah.
they're the world's first, we're guessing. a little
Jesus,
bit.
that is awesome. Look at that, Brandon.
So this is same snake, and we think this is not tiger. And you see the coloration difference?
Yeah, it doesn't look
Now
like
what
a
it could be,
tiger.
this could be tiger and that could be super tiger. But this is really cool snake. And this is a genetic stripe. And it's anthrax at least, and there's possibly tiger and that's super tiger.
You want to hold that one, Brandon?
Pass.
You wouldn't be able to do it because
Hey,
it's so much.
Nobody's allowed to pick on him because he was scared of snakes and he already held how many today?
Well, it was the other day, but I held 2.
Oh, that's
That's
close.
pretty
Then you have to
cool.
hold one today too.
Okay, fine, I'll do it today. I'll do it. Let me get this shot of you real fast.
Brandon, I love how it wraps on my wrist. Though. That's sick. Are you even hold anything? I
Here,
can
I'll
hold
put this here.
This one hasn't bitten anybody all day.
Oh, good.
I'm not kidding
When
you.
they move a
This is the
lot,
first
you're
one
gonna,
of the day.
you're gonna constantly have to move it.
Well, this hasn't been held for weeks.
So you're just gonna have to keep moving your hands.
Look
I've
at the
had that
colors
snake out
on
quite a
the-
few
Yeah,
times.
you're just gonna have to keep moving your hands though.
Okay.
That's crazy.
Okay, what do you guys think of this?
Is that cow? Cow,
my
yes.
God.
Yes.
Pretty cool, right?
That one's gorgeous.
So that's
I
a,
have to have a picture of this.
That's
This is
gorgeous.
insane.
so there's a cow.
Hands out.
It's looking pretty good.
This one is
Isn't that cool? You gotta admit, it's like it's way
That's
better.
amazing.
It's better than a ball python
Try
to
to
hold though.
not let its head get too far out whipping around because they get a little bit nervous.
you.
So there's an anthrax tiger, albino,
That,
really pretty.
That's pretty.
You ready?
yeah.
That's a cool one.
I don't know. I think you're doing pretty good for a guy that's only held 2 snakes in his life. Was scared of them.
surprised. Alright, Brandon, ready? Look at me.
Team living the dream,
You're
man.
ready.
Watch out. Living outside your comfort zone. That's what we like to do.
Now you
I want to get this. There, ready? There we go. I don't think a video.
So this is like this is like only one in the world.
Okay.
That's a Phantom Citron Sun Platinum, and it's really pretty. It's turning out really cool. It's like completely different.
That's so cool.
Yeah, that's a titanium. That's a titanium. What is it? Platinum. I didn't know if it had sun in it. This is a titanium platinum.
You're doing really good.
Super motley, and it's got a lot of yellow spots on it, kind of big ones, and it's getting seems like more yellow spots all mixed in real close. So that's kind of cool. So this is a Sun Platy titanium, and it's got the speckles are everywhere on it. This looks got it's like it's kind of got the yellow speckles of a cow,
Yeah.
but it's not a cow obviously. But you can see the speckles all over the back of the yellow, but no black speckles, only yellow ones.
It was like good.
Who wants to hold this one?
I do actually.
But
I wouldn't
He
care.
would.
this is
too.
funny. So this snake was just chomping everywhere, and he was ready to hold it. And the funny part is, most people don't know, but it's just a food response.
Yeah.
So this guy was just like me. He thought, man, I haven't eaten all day, and there goes my opportunity. So as soon as it realizes it's not food, it's like, okay, cool, we'll just
Yeah, look at him,
chill.
he's chill now.
So he's all chill now.
Okay.
I'm not even 1% worried.
Okay.
I that's why I pulled it out in my hand. I don't like
Yeah.
it, you know?
Can you relieve Victoria of her?
Yeah, I think it's gonna.
Oh, but that's good, isn't it? Here. We're gonna let that.
Gotta get the live in the dream and the
Yes.
snake in there.
I know.
Can make sure the head doesn't get
So
too low
curious.
because lunch down there.
Oh yeah, there's.
Oh, that's
That's a really cool snake.
That's
Visit your lady
gorgeous.
friend.
Look at that! Look at him.
please no poops.
Brandon, you are doing awesome. I'm so proud of you.
I don't know. I almost like the feeling of the larger ones.
I know, it's cooler, right?
That's actually very common with people that are scared of
Yeah.
snakes.
Really?
'Cause they sometimes I've always been intrigued because I always think,
The big
if
ones
you're
do
scared
that,
of
too.
snakes, why aren't you scared of this giant snake? And they go, I can't lose the giant snake. A little snake can crawl into somewhere and I won't know where it's at and I'll know where it's coming out and I can find this one. So making YouTube videos,
so
living the
weird.
dream. We got visitors from all over the place. Woohoo!
Previously on the
Look at
Where are you
this.
guys all from?
This one, she thinks it's a piece of jewelry.
I mean,
It's like royalty, right?
I'm taking it out.
What do you call ball pythons?
Royal python.
They call them royal. They're all about royal thing.
Royalty.
I think it's funny they call royal pythons, but that's always been their name, really.
Well, it's
But
Python Regis.
It's
isn't
just right. It's just funny that because you're from England, that it's royalty.
Man, that looks like a tiger.
Yeah. So check this out. This is actually a clown sunfire. It's really pretty, really rare. And you know what? We're gonna wrap it up, man. We got Mike Hucker showed up at the last minute. You guys, who's seen it? So what's the funnest thing you've ever done for Red Bull? The helicopter thing?
Yeah, probably jumping out of a helicopter is pretty fun.
They train them to fly, jump out airplanes, and do all kinds of stuff. But I heard you tanked it on the X Games.
Yeah, but
Oh!
second to last.
You know why? Because he's in love, so he's engaged, so he couldn't think of anything else. He wasn't engaged yet because he was freaking out about getting engaged. He's scared. He'll jump like off of giant cliffs, but he was scared to get married. What's up with that, guys? Comment below.
scared.
Oh, well then why don't I ask you what you're scared of? Is when you finally decided you weren't
Well, I said
scared.
nothing.
And we could now. He's
This
anyway.
guy.
I had to give him crap on camera because he's my buddy, and this is the only job he ever had was working here. Anyway.
I started coming in here when I was her age.
Yeah, no lie. So anyway, living the dream, guys. Take care of
Living
it.
the
Prehistoric
dream.
Pets. See you soon. Team living the dream, guys.